Hello, and welcome back to another Sunday Live with Georgio and myself. And this is Nat Geo Into the Wild, because that's what we do every Sunday, as you know, guys. Hi, Georgio.
Everyone. Hi. My goodness, I was just looking at the comments. It's someone's birthday, it looks like. The French lady.
Bring it up. French lady, happy birthday, dear Scorpio. You've been celebrating the whole weekend, and that's exactly what you should be doing. And you should be celebrating the whole month, really. You should.
Well, you should be. I think birthdays should be a month-long celebration.
I agree. Why not have different celebrations? Celebrate your birthday, celebrate your star sign, celebrate your life, celebrate your friends, or let your friends.
Great idea.
Right?
We got to start that. We got to start that as a new thing.
So I'm going to say hello to the chat. But before I say hello to the chat, I just want to remind everyone, I was just telling Georgio just that I'm terrible at plugging my own stuff. So, and I haven't done that in a while. So I just want to remind everyone that I do have a crystal shop. It's an online shop and we ship worldwide. And I've now updated the shipping costs as well. Shipping rates, you have 3 options for shipping. You've got, express shipping, you've got normal shipping, and then you've got like the cheaper option. And I've got a ton of new gorgeous crystals. And I'm not just saying this because I do take my time to source crystals because I want to make sure that they are high quality crystals and that you guys are happy with what you get as well. But I've also have my own candles, which I'll be launching this week for different aromas. I'm going to be sending you, Georgio and Jeff, your candles, a little gift for me, and a little crystal with it as well, because I'm so excited. I've got so much on the shop. So if the mods, hi Gabrielle and hi Isa, if you can just link down below the shop so people can find it, and also subscribe to the shop because I've got some surprises for anyone that is subscribed to the shop. That's my endless, shameless, and endless. Still recovering from that sickness, guys.
I'm glad you're feeling better, though.
Same, because, it lasted. I was bad last Sunday, but I was off the whole week. It was so bad. Then my kids got sick. It was fun times over here, but I'm back. So I want to say hello to the chat. Data, good morning from New Zealand. Oh, I want to go. It's on my bucket list. I really want to go to New Zealand. One of my best friends lived there for a year, and she said it was the most spiritual experience. It's very spiritually, the energy in New Zealand is very energetically powerful. And she said it was incredible experience. And New Zealand, the Kiwis are just beautiful people. So Data, good morning. I hope you're having your cup of coffee. Hello to Gabrielle and Isa.
Hello.
Oh, okay. You're working and listening. That's good. So we're keeping you company. I hope we're not distracting you. So there we go. And thank you, Gabrielle. Yes, please like this video. That's another thing that I keep forgetting to remind everyone. Like this video, not just this video, but also go ahead, go over or head on over to Georgia's channel as well and subscribe to him because he's got really interesting and good content rolling out, and he's got a lot of stuff coming on happening as well. And also we're working on something, but now's not the time.
Yes.
All in due course, everyone. Let me just see who else is in the chat. Hello, Danny.
Hey, Danny.
Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, Pepe.
Hey, Pepe.
Woohoo. Oh, you're using the Pepe is a member. And if you want to become a member, you just have to click on the join button down below this video, only on laptops or computers, because for whatever reason doesn't show up on iPads or phones in general. So you'll have to do that on your computer. And she's using one of our customized emojis, and it's an amethyst.
Oh,
Yes.
love
Hello,
that.
Light Mission. Hello, everyone. Celebrate at least 9 months of cooking.
Yeah.
Don't talk about food. I'm hungry.
Mm-mm.
I always make presents for my friends and family, but it's so fun. That's a great idea. Absolutely great. Okay, here it is. Gabrielle's just posted. Thank you, Gabrielle. She's just posted the link to my shop. So have a look around and see if there's anything that you like. I've also brought sage sticks and Palo Santo sticks as well, if you're interested. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I was being lazy with my head today, so I thought I'll just I'll just wear a headband. But I love these headbands because they do make you look a lot, they make you look so classy, I guess, or so
Well, just like effortlessly chic, like, it's a
Mhm.
statement, but it's easy. It's not trying too hard.
I agree. So yay to shout out to headbands.
Hey,
Um,
y'all.
Hi, Joey. Hi, Chiquita. Hi, Darren. Oh, it's so good to see you guys. I've missed you. I know it's only been a week, but I missed you. So today, as you've all guessed what we're going to be talking about from the thumbnail and the title of this video, yes, we're going to be talking about Beverly Hills again. But trust me, this is going to be the last time, hopefully, in a while.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed, but we say this every time, but there's always something. There's always something.
Yes, for sure.
So, Georgio, give us an update. Tell us what is happening.
There's a few updates, but what I can say is, I don't remember. Maybe I said it on here a couple weeks back, but I had a very reliable source tell me that initially with Beverly Hills, they were supposed to go into filming season 13 right in November. So now. But because of all the chaos that surrounded this last season and at the reunion, they've now decided to basically put it on pause until the end of January to revisit things. So, and I actually was thinking the other day, and I need to go look back, but I feel like we said that there was going to be some type of delay or something was going to happen with like a delay after the reunion or something, but I thought that was interesting. And then
that will remind us, will tell us for sure. I don't remember, but the chat will.
Then I recall there was Rinna coming out with what she said was she did have Aspen receipts, because initially Andy had said that she only brought out the receipts pertaining to the Elton John Oscar dinner with Sutton. So that was it. But the way Rinna made it seem was like she did have the receipts. And then Andy said if she had them at the reunion, she didn't bring them out.
Okay, wait. Hold up. What was it I saw on Instagram or TikTok? I don't remember, where someone kind of like froze the frame when Rinna was taking out the manila envelope. And apparently she was holding two.
She was, and that was her point. She said she had two manila envelopes. So the one must have just had the Oscar Elton John charity dinner receipts, which were, I believe, receipts. Like, they were emails and things like that. The second one is the one that she had teased everyone with, which said Aspen receipts. Now, obviously, on the reunion, we didn't see any of the receipts. They edited that out. But people were questioning where those receipts were. And Andy initially came out and said that she had only brought out receipts pertaining to the Elton John Oscar charity dinner. But then Rinna clapped back and said there was two envelopes, which is that shot you saw, Natalie, of her pulling the manila envelopes. But Andy came back again and said, well, if she had them, she never brought them out.
What do you think? Before we start.
Well, interestingly enough, I was going to say, well, maybe she had them, and because of the way the situation was playing out, it wasn't a good idea to bring them out. Or maybe what was in her Aspen receipts weren't really receipts. Like, they were just a bunch more of like the same anonymous text messages, because that's what she said was in them, was a text message thread to her assistant and one to her friend while all of this was going down, and I guess with Erica, which then people said a text message thread with yourself doesn't count as receipts.
Right.
Also, there was a writer from Vanity Fair who was also at the Caribou Club just a few days after that whole debacle went down. He spoke with the staff and one of the people that was there that night. He said that Kathy was no more drunk than anybody else on any given night there, and that she sat patiently waiting for the Sprinter van, and that it was Lisa Rinna who was nasty to everyone the minute she got in there and was yelling at people. So,
I believe it. I believe it, but we'll have to find out. And I agree, like text threads are not receipts because anyone can fake those online anyways. Who remind us, who was that first housewife that brought at a reunion like a whole folder? And it was like Monique, right?
She did a binder.
She did a tabs and everything. She reminded me of Monica from Friends, like color coordinated, like she had her tabs. You know, I was like, that's impressive, girl. That's impressive. Like she came in with those receipts. You know, manila envelopes are not receipts, especially if we don't see the contents of them. So I agree with you. Now, another question, because I've been a little bit off social media the last few days because I was recovering and my kids were sick too. But question. Is Lisa Rinna still around? I mean, you know, has she been fired yet?
I don't think they would fire her. I really don't. And I think if anything, they would probably, I think they would just have her step off for a season. But I did hear a rumor that it may have just been an emotional statement, but she said at the end of the reunion that she was done. Like she was done with the show. And it's if you look at her social media now, she's kind of removing herself from any of the Housewives things. So I wouldn't be surprised if she stepped away. I don't think she'll be gone forever. But I think because of everything blowing up the way it did on her, I don't really know how she would come. I don't really know. Maybe a few months will change things. Maybe by the end of January, she'll be in a different place with the ladies and they'll all be in a different place. I don't know. But it's not looking good.
Or are they taking a pause because they're trying to find replacements?
Probably that too. And I know that they've it sounds like Denise is talking to producers. So that's been a thing. She just invited Kyle to lunch, I think a week ago. She's getting friendly with Sutton, as we've seen. She's already friends with Garcelle. She has connections to some of the ladies already from being on the show. You know, a lot of people are asking for Camille and Brandy to come back as well. I think Camille has said that she doesn't want to be full-time, but I do think that she's a good friend of, and I think the same for Brandy. I don't think Brandy should be a full-time housewife. I think she should be a friend of. We just need different eyes on the situations, and I think because it seems like, well, Dorit also is being said to like kind of maybe be cut from the situation just because she doesn't really bring anything to the table.
Yeah.
So,
look, everyone's saying that Heather Dubrow might be coming to Beverly Hills.
Yeah, so they sold their big house and they bought a penthouse in Los Angeles. So she was kind of teasing a little bit like, I'll see where the wind blows me. So you never know. I mean, we had Taylor on OC.
I see the fit though. I think she would fit more in Beverly Hills than she did in the OC. I think so. I mean, the dynamic of the women. I think she needs.
She needs more women that are on her financial level, that aren't wowed by her.
Yes.
Or that aren't easily intimidated. And I think it would be a nice shift for Heather if she were to join Beverly Hills, because I think I would be really interested to see how they interact.
Yes, that would be interesting. And that would be fresh
Mhm.
as well. It would be refreshing for us because we're over and done with it. And also, I just want to say you heard it here first when I said that Lisa Rinna is not coming back next season and that Denise is probably coming back. When we did the reading, it was 2 or 3 weeks ago. Denise was sort of on the fence about it. It was all about money and the kind of like terms that they agree on with Bravo. So just saying that you heard it here first. Let me just see what Data is saying. Rinna will take a page out of Camille's book and return to own everything. Camille was terrible that one season and she came back and redeemed herself. I
That's
like
true.
Camille. I don't mind Camille, actually. I don't mind her coming back if she ever came back.
I mean, I think that Renault, it would take a couple seasons to rebuild that trust.
Yeah.
Whereas with Camille, it was her season 1. And to be fair to her, I feel like Camille kind of played with the producers to kind of manipulate that situation with Camille. But I do think that Camille understands the assignment. She knows
Yeah,
how to come on and, say what needs to be said. She doesn't have a tie to any person in particular, so it's safe.
that's true.
Heather's a Capricorn. I forgot about that. Yeah, so they're
That
never
explains a
wrong.
lot. Well, no, but that explains a lot because she has so many kids. She's very much about her family. Capricorns are very nurturing, very much about family, very much about, laying down the foundations, very money driven too. So it all makes sense with Heather. And also, Capricorns are not always likable because they're not always relaxed, if you know what I mean. They
Mhm.
usually come across as like uptight because they worry about everything. They're fatalists. So that makes sense
Mhm.
about Heather. What's let me just yes, one of the predictions, it was negotiations and Lisa's in the dirt. Thank you, Gabrielle. Gabrielle remembers everything. So blessed to have her as a mod. Was in the Dorinda exit. That's right. Okay, let me just see this and then we'll just start asking the cards questions. I've got a new deck today because I'm giving my other deck a rest. I have the Alice in Wonderland deck. You're gonna love this. The only thing, it's too shiny. So it might be a little bit hard to see it, but it's a beautiful deck. It would be in Heather's best interest to stay where she is. I don't see her getting the attention she does in the OC. I would agree. Like, I think that Heather would get overshadowed by the other egomaniacs of Beverly Hills. Okay.
Mhm.
But I do think that she would fit in well in a sense. She would find her place in the group. Whereas in OC, she can't find her place. She doesn't connect with anyone really. She doesn't really have any real friends. So, I mean, it would make more sense. Oh, everyone's
Well,
getting
she
excited.
needs someone that's on her financial level to be able to, like, go head to head with her without being scared.
True. Heather never blended with the OC. No, she didn't. And I agree with Georgio that she's too rich, too pretentious, too uptight to fit
Mhm.
in and blend with the OC girls. Whereas in Beverly Hills, she would really have to work for her coin because the other girls are not gonna just like really, they're not gonna let things slide. Like, they're not intimidated by Heather like the OC girls who are intimidated by Heather, and I don't get it. But maybe it's like a social status thing which creates that. Hold on. The chat's going crazy. I want to see.
I
Camille
know.
Grammer is Virgo. Ooh, another Virgo. Brandy Scorpio. Yeah, we know. I mean, with Brandy, how obvious it is that she's a Scorpio.
She's like a
Um,
true Scorpio.
she is a true Scorpio. And Denise is an Aquarius, another true Aquarius. But Virgo for Camille, interesting. I wasn't expecting that. Heather never blended, but is that on purpose? Good question.
Oh, yeah, like maybe she likes staying in that setting because it makes her look even more prestigious, if she's hanging around a bunch of women that aren't anywhere near her level.
So true.
You know what I
Yep.
mean? It's totally like
Yeah.
the girlfriend that hangs out with the girls that don't look as nice so that they always look the best.
Yep. I know. I used to be chubby in my teens. Okay. There were a couple of years where I was chubby. I was heavy. And I had really gorgeous friends, and they loved me as a wing woman because obviously the boys were after
No
them, not
competition.
me.
Yeah.
So I get what you're saying. But now it's reversed, obviously. So there you go.
Of course.
Just joke, everyone. Brandy's okay. So let's have a look. Also, give us an update on Diana Jenkins.
Yeah, so Diana's lawyers are very busy. If you guys are familiar with the Crazy Days and Nights blog, it is run by NT Lawyer, and he basically releases blind items that basically send people into scurries trying to figure out which celebrity this person's talking about. Although there are a lot of them where the detail is so specific that it's not hard to tell who they're talking about, even when they don't mention names. But nonetheless, Diana Jenkins filed a lawsuit, I believe it was last Wednesday, against NT Lawyer and the blog Crazy Days and Nights and the podcast, saying that there's defamation of character for putting out stories claiming that she was a madam allegedly, and that she was tied to Epstein allegedly, and all these things. So she's now suing them. So she's on a roll. She's got the the cease and desist that went out a few months back to the podcasters and bloggers. Then she's got the investigation going with the bots, which I have some exclusive tea here that I have not shared with anyone, and I can't show you the text message, but I can read it to you.
Ooh,
and it's in regards to this investigation with the bots. I believe it was not maybe it was last week. They'd come back and said they found an account in Northern California for one of the bots, and they are continuing to try to figure out who owns the account or who started it or who paid for this account. Well, at any rate, a text message was sent to someone, and it says, "Keep your eye on this bot investigation." Diana has narrowed it down to a man that works for Apple in Cupertino headquarters. So it is a professional, not a crazed fan. Diana has also subpoenaed his phone and email records to find out who paid him. Very juicy. So
that is so juicy. And hold on, why from Apple? Why would an employee from Apple get involved in Housewives drama? Why?
It had to be a lot of this. I'm just saying, because you could lose your job.
Obviously.
Clearly.
But so someone is behind this man, and someone behind this man is someone we probably know. Because remember, we did a reading about this a month ago where it went crazy in the chat. And we did see, so I'm not, I remember, I still go with my intuition on this. Kathy is not 100% clean in all this. And I'm team Kathy, meaning that I don't like the way Lisa Rinna dragged her that way, without any receipts, just creating this whole drama. Okay. And we don't have receipts. I mean, it happened when they weren't filming. So why bring it up? So, but I still feel that Kathy's not 100% clean. So yeah. So that'll be interesting to find out who's behind this.
I would love to get to the bottom of who started this whole thing. I mean, Garcelle's doing her own investigation as well, she said. So she's going to look into it on her own, as she's claimed. But I just would love to know who is the person that instituted this, because that would be huge.
Hold on. What do we say about Patrick? Isn't Patrick someone well-known and connected to Kathy, allegedly?
So I'm not sure how credible Patrick is anymore in this whole thing, only because nothing he has said has been true or factual. And the thread that he keeps resharing of him talking to Kathy doesn't prove anything, because you can tell that she's confused by his messages and she's trying to understand what everything is. Like, she's just communicating with him like she normally would with anyone. But he's not, I don't think he's tied to it at all. I think he jumped in on it to try to claim fame and ride that out. But I don't think at this point, I mean, I'm sure there's bigger players involved here.
Yeah, like, and I think we all knew. Yeah, I agree. And we all knew from the beginning that Patrick, or Pat Summers, was just like an attention whore and just wanted to, ride that coattail, I guess.
Yeah,
The
sure.
Bravo and what was that? Paragon one day. It's 15 minutes of fame, and we gave him more than 15 minutes. So he got what he wanted, but let's find out. So let's start some cards because you've got questions, Georgio. I know that. So let's start with this Alice in Wonderland deck.
Well, you already gave us a prediction that Rinna's not coming back.
Yeah, well, let me pull another card. We keep going around, but that's my feeling, guys, and I always stick to my predictions and my feelings. So let's have a look about Rinna. Ooh, a jumper card. 6 of Pentacles. She is having meetings after meetings, meeting people, talking to people. Look at this deck, how beautiful it is. I'm sorry if it's too shiny, but it's a lovely deck. If anyone loves tarot, I highly recommend this deck. It really speaks to you as well. It's like loud, this deck. So I see her meeting with people, talking, conferencing, just trying to figure things out. That's just the jumper card. Now I'm going to pull the cards and see what they say about Lisa. Page of Cups, 6, a lot of cups. She's a lot of cups. So on one hand, she's talking about money and what to, because listen, if she loses this gig with the Housewives, what's next for her? Especially with all the backlash that's been going on. It's not like people are going to sponsor her or people knocking on her door right now, because they haven't really, have they? I mean, she's got her lip kit and she's got
Rinna Wines.
If that's legit.
She's launching, if that does well for her. But I mean, to your point, it's a big paycheck to have to replace.
Yeah, it's a big, and she's been on it for years and years and years. So that was her main job. That was her main source of income. Now, a lot of cups here, guys. I'm going to show you in a minute. So that shows me that she's very emotional right now. Everything she does is not out of rational thinking. It is emotional. It comes from an emotional reaction. Okay. Page of Cups. Yeah, definitely trying to figure things out. She's trying to make this work to come back in a sense. It's not like she decided I'm done. But she wants, if she comes back, she wants to do it in her own terms, not just in her own terms, but she wants to make sure that she doesn't come across as the evil character or this, nasty personality that sometimes she is with that Page of Cups. So she wants to come off like, I didn't know, it wasn't completely my fault. It's, I'm here for you guys. Let me rephrase this. What I feel is going to happen is when things die down a little bit, she's going to come out and she's going to pretend, or she's going to make it seem as if, I did it for the fans when I said these things, and you have to know who you are, who you are, I don't know, following or who you like. And she's going to try to switch the narrative to make it seem like, not that she's a victim, that this persona, everything that she does it for TV and for us, because this is the fans.
I could see her doing that.
Okay. 6 of Cups. So I don't know. She's working with 2 of the Fox Force 5, 2 of them. Okay. The 3 of them, because she is trying to get their support and their help. And I feel that they are not going to allow for her to leave, whether it's getting fired or not renewing her contract, or whether it's, she leaves on her own accord. But 2 of the ladies are stopping her right now. They're like, think things through, take a deep breath, take a breather. We're not filming for a while now. Just calm things down. Stop being on social media. Stop acting this way. This is what I'm getting with Rinna. So, there it is. There it is, guys. There it is. She's not coming back with that 10 of Swords.
Wow.
That's it. That's it. I'm going to pull one more card because I'm asked 3 of Pentacles. Yep, she's not coming back. And Housewives, because what I got is she is coming back to our screens, not next year, but I feel in 2 years, with another show with 2 ladies that we probably know.
Oh.
From Bravo. I'm not saying Fox Force 5, but 2 ladies that we know from Bravo, and I feel that she's going to make an opportunity there to make money and continue being in the limelight.
That's crazy.
It is. But guys, unfortunately, the Beverly Hills era for Lisa Rinna. I'm saying unfortunately for those who do like her, because there are people who do enjoy her on their screens. Me, not so much anymore. I used to. But yeah. So that's it.
Not surprised.
I'm over. Sorry.
Not surprised. Well, then this is a good way then to segue. If that's the case, will Denise come back? Do you see Denise coming back in the game?
Yeah, that's a good question. Let's do an updated reading on that. Do you want Denise to come back? Well,
I would love to see Denise come back. I think she needs to she would be good at this if she just kind of relaxed and didn't overthink things. But I also think it plays into the group setting. Like if the group wasn't so vicious.
True. They did offer her to come back, though. I can tell you.
Oh.
There have been discussions, but I don't think at the moment hold on. I got 2 jumper cards. I'll show them to you in a minute. The Devil, the 7 of Swords. I said this before, and it applies now as well. She will come back only if Bravo meets every single one of her financial demands. Full stop. And this is what's happening. They did approach her. They did offer her to come back.
Okay.
5 of Wands. She didn't like the offer. She didn't like what they were offering. I also got my guides just said that they also gave her the option to come in as a friend of. Just to get things, to warm things up in a sense. The Devil, she's not very honest because she's not very sure what she's going to do. She's not going to sure if she wants to come back. I feel that hold on, where it is. I feel that she likes that the rumors are out where everyone's saying, yeah, Denise is coming back. And yeah, and all those blind items and everything else that's going on. She enjoys that. Okay. She's fine with that. Page of Pentacles again. It has, and 7 of Swords. It's not clear. I feel that Denise is very smart and she's playing a very good game of negotiation at the moment and also building her own fans. Because if she starts riling up her fans and making everyone believe that she's coming back, people are really going to push that narrative and they're really going to push that. They're really going to sort of egg Bravo and Andy to bring her back. And that's what she's doing at the moment, but it doesn't mean that she's decided 100%.
Sounds like the money is where it's at for her.
It is the money with the King of Pentacles. It's all about the money. Because that's how she feels. Like if she feels that a lot of people, like all of the fans, want her back, and they're really root for her to come back, then she will be able to negotiate or get that amount that she wants.
Yep, because she'll have justification.
Yeah. So it's still up in the air. Because she's waiting to see what happens. And since they're not going to film for a while.
Yeah. They have time to scrounge up some change.
Exactly. So that's the status with that.
Wow. Well, then let's get into Kathy. Kathy had mentioned that if the cast remained the same, that she would not be coming back. So if Rinna's not coming back, do we see maybe Kathy coming back? I mean, she doesn't want to be a full-time. She's already said that, so she'll
said that? Okay.
She'll remain up. I mean, at least for right now, she's always remained that she wants to be a friend.
Oh, okay.
But even that, she said she wouldn't come back if Rinna and Erica were on. But I wonder if Rinna's off, if that would make a difference, because Erica seemed to not be as... Well, I don't know.
Question for you. Do you think that that Kathy was initially, for this season, last season, she was initially a friend of, but because of everything that happened in Aspen and everything that happened towards the end of filming, towards the end of the season, they actually gave her the diamond?
No, she was always a friend
Oh,
of. This is why people are also a little irked at production, because it's like, why did you send her a full storyline around a friend of that came in midway through the season?
Right. That's why I'm asking, because she came in midway through, and it seemed that she wasn't even putting that much effort in the beginning.
No, she was doing what she normally would do. And I think, you know, Kathy's Kathy. I'm sure there were some instances where she was, listen, I'm sure she can be very difficult, but it's Kathy Hilton. So I'm not surprised by any of the antics or even the meltdown or any of that stuff. But I do think that she's always remained that she would only do friend of, because the full-time role is basically what she got handed this past season, essentially. This is what would happen to a full-time housewife.
True. It's so complicated with what's happening in Beverly Hills. Now, regarding your question about Kathy, I have the Five of Swords. Right now, she's not feeling it. Right now, she's like over it. She's like, leave me alone. Let me take my break. I don't want to talk about filming. I don't want to talk about anything. She's over it. She's literally over it. Four of Pentacles, her too. It's like, is it worth the money? Is it not worth the money? She's waiting to see what kind of contract they're going to send her, etc. And I feel for her, it's pretty much money. It's pretty straightforward. You know, she doesn't have an emotional attachment to Beverly Hills. She hasn't been there long enough. She has money, obviously, but, you know, she's not going to do it for free. She's like, you know, if I'm going to put myself out there and get all this crap talked about, then I might as well get a good piece, you know, a good piece of the pie. Four of Swords, right now, she's not feeling it. I don't see it. Like, if right now Andy went to her and said, I've got the contract, will you come back? She would probably say no. But here's the thing. I have the Three of Cups here. So as soon as I looked at the card, I thought the three Richard sisters. And I had said in the past, I don't remember where, when, to whom, but I did say in the past that I do see them producing their own show, reality show, the three sisters together. I don't know, after Aspen and everything that's happened after the reunion, I'm not sure, but I'm getting that feeling. You know, I'm getting that, because I've also said that I don't see Kyle staying in Beverly Hills much longer. Maximum.
Yeah, you've been saying that.
Yeah, I've been saying it, and I'm sticking with it because I keep feeling it. So if she comes back next season, it's going to be her last season. Otherwise, she's not coming back. And so they are working on other projects. By the way, sorry, totally like sidebar. Have you watched Buying Beverly Hills yet? Chat, you too.
Not yet, but it's on my list, because I mean, I know Kyle's not on it, but I've been reading a couple things about it. So I was interested in taking a look.
I'll tell you, because I've watched 4 episodes already, and that was last night. I binge watched. Okay, so my opinion really quickly. It seemed so friggin' produced. Everything seems fake. And here's the thing. I don't know who produced it. I tried to see whether PK was PK was like a producer, or any names in the producers that would sort of stand out to me. No one stood out to me. But why? They've taken the Bravo format and they've sort of glitzerized it. It's not even a word, but you know what I mean. Very much about Alexia is very likable, very likable. She sounds exactly like her mom. She looks exactly like her mom. It's like she's a mini Kyle.
Yeah.
Farah is an interesting character herself. But here's the thing. A lot of what's happening, it just seems produced. It just seems fake. And that's my issue with it. It's and to be honest, Mauricio seems to me like he's always spaced out. Like he's very laid back. He's probably a very laid back person. But I feel that Maurice, and he's likable. I like him. But I don't know. There's something about the show. it's a train wreck that you can't look away from. And that was me yesterday. Like, kept watching, even though I was like, oh, this doesn't feel organic. This doesn't feel good. Does that make sense? I mean,
yeah. So when you say it didn't feel organic, do you mean like the situations or the things that they're going through are produced?
The things that they were going through, like Farah is like she keeps harping on about she wants to get married with her boyfriend, and then there's all that around that, and you can see that he's clearly uncomfortable. And he even said to her, and I don't want to spoil it for people, but she said to him, listen, I want to be your wife. When are we going to get married? And he's like, whoa, your horses. I love you. You love me. But we just moved in together. We should take it step by step.
Mm-hmm.
And then this blew over, and everyone started, all her friends were like, oh my God, he said that. And now what you're going to do? And I'm like, but that was a very genuine and down to earth thing that he said. It makes sense. But, they took that. You could tell that they took that and they made that a storyline. Or Alexia flirting with her coworker she used to have a fling with him, and he wants to, enter the Umansky family or whatever. It's just, it just feels produced, and I'm disappointed. Just saying that. The houses are amazing, though. The properties.
Oh, I bet.
Another level. Just wow.
That's one element I want to watch for is the houses, because it's just like insane.
Yes, and those are like insane. Though, like $1 million listing, those seem like slums in front of what we see in buying Beverly Hills. Incredible.
That is crazy.
Daddy Umansky,
baby.
Which also, I don't want to say it out loud, but I will, because I can't stop. It looks really weird to me seeing Mauricio, who's very youthful looking, and he's got very chilled vibe, and he's a good looking man. And then Farah, who's 32, who looks older because she's done a little bit, way too much work on her. But I'm not judging. We've all done work on ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
But and then you see them together, and it's like I had to keep reminding myself, this is stepdad and stepdaughter. This is stepdad and stepdaughter.
Yes.
It was a bit.
I think it's also because the timeline of when Kyle had her versus and Mauricio's younger than Kyle. So it's like he is closer. Yeah, he's like 5 years younger than her. So it's like he's like closer, and he's only like 14 years older than Farah, I think, or 15. And that it's odd. Yeah, because Kyle had her when she was young. Like, I think she was.
I knew that, but I didn't know that Mauricio was like 5 years younger than Kyle. And good for her, Cougar Kyle.
Mm-hmm.
And
she knows what she's doing.
She knows what she's doing. And you know what I like about Kyle? That she's all about family. She's a typical Capricorn. She's very motherly, nurturing. That I love about Kyle. That's why I love when she's with her family and her kids. I love watching that. And I was a bit disappointed because we didn't see. Okay, I know that Kyle couldn't come because of contractual restrictions due to Bravo. She said that herself.
Yes.
But we didn't see Portia. We didn't see her other daughter. I would have loved to see all of them. But who knows? Maybe in other episodes. But
I mean, it could be that they're just kind of doing it too, so that Mauricio gets his own kind of like branding outside of Kyle. Because I think if they would have brought Kyle into this, it would have just been a spinoff of Housewives.
True. True. But it does have a little bit of that Housewives thing where everyone needs to have a storyline. Selling Sunset is not like that. It's not really, storylines are not that forced, if you know what I mean. Because they've got these very organic relationships between them. They've got their rivalries and whatnot, and competition. But in this case, he's the boss. So everyone's kind of like sucking up to him and like looking up to him. And then all the other storylines around seem forced to me. I still watch it. I still enjoy it, though. There you go, because I'm weird.
It's very similar formatting to Vanderpump Rules, where Lisa Vanderpump is on it, but she's not the main central storyline. She kind of is just like in the background of everyone else's. And it's those people like Farah, Alexia, those are going to be the people that are they're going to be the cast.
True.
And he'll be like, the head
Daddy
honcho.
Umansky.
Daddy Umansky, baby.
Daddy Umansky. And do we know why Bravo didn't pick it up? Do you know, Georgio, why they didn't pick it up?
I honestly think it came down to money. I really do. And the only reason why I say this is because I listened to Jeff Lewis on Sirius XM, and there was it was an older episode, but there was a conversation he had where he was talking about how Netflix was hungry for content, and so they're throwing money at everyone's direction to try to get people to come over. So I can imagine that there must have been some sort of like lucrative. They might have signed him for like 3 seasons at once, so he was guaranteed like, okay, you're gonna get. So
we'll see. Yeah, maybe that's it, because they wanted to sort of like pick up that momentum that Selling Sunset sort of started and then bring it on. But I hope they don't follow the Bravo format and they just stick to Netflix, because they've got a bigger budget. We know that about
way
Netflix. Bigger budget. That's why a lot of Bravo producers have moved and work for Netflix now, because they're more flexible and they've got a bigger budget. So and that leaves a lot more room for creativity when you have a budget. So let me just see. Okay, right. So what else do we want to ask? Sorry.
Well, what is going on with Dorit? Is Dorit going to be on the chopping block for next season? Because people are really thinking that she's not got anything going on.
Really? Okay. Let me just bring this. Data says Selling the OC flopped. It did? I enjoyed it. I don't know. I enjoyed it, but maybe because, it was very light. Does he think we have a few fraud lawsuits for fraud going on too? You know what? Maybe we should do a show next. We should do next Sunday. We should do on this show on Beverly Hills, Selling Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
Would you have time to watch it during the
week?
Yeah.
No, I'm probably gonna watch it later this evening. I wanted to get in.
Perfect.
And get in and start watching because people are talking about it.
Text me what you think, and then what we can do is talk about it next Sunday as well. So it gives everyone the chance to watch it, or at least watch a few episodes, and then we can look into all these hot questions that everyone's asking about Mauricio and his finances and his business, etc.
Absolutely.
Okay, so let's talk about let's look at Dorit then. Okay, Dorit. 4 cups. Why isn't she happy? She's not happy. 10 of cups, Page of Wands, Strength. If she doesn't come back, it's not because she doesn't want to come back. It's because they won't want her back. I have 4 of Cups. It doesn't look good, 4 of Cups. She seems sad and disappointed right now. And then I've got the Page of Wands here, sort of waiting. Well, the Page of Wands and the 10 of Cups here. Page is usually children as well, or young adults. So I feel that right now her focus is on her family. So she hasn't made a decision, or she's not sure. And things are sort of on pause right now for her too. Strength and 5 of Cups. If she, I don't see her coming back either. If she does, she might have like a friend off role, and that's going to be very minimum to the minimum. This is what I'm
Gotcha. I kind of feel like she would be better as a friend of.
Yeah, maybe it would be better, and also do a little bit sort of, change things around with the cast.
Oh yeah, they need to. That's what I think they're going to have to worry about is the dynamics.
I agree. Hold on, St. James. Oh my God, you're the influence that Jolene Lens are used. Okay, you probably understand better than I do what he's saying.
Oh my God, your Georgio says you are the influencer that Jolene Luns.
Oh, Jolene, you mean the creator on YouTube? The comedian. That's what you mean. Do you know Jolene she's a comedian. She talks about Bravo and different shows as well. She used to do shows with Busy Blue. It's been a while that
Wait, so has she been? Did she reference me? I need to go check her out.
apparently there you go.
Whoa!
But he didn't even know.
Well, thank you, O
loves your
Street.
TikTok. There you
I
go.
appreciate that. Thank you, Jolene Lunzer.
Lunzer, there you go. Yes. Yeah. No, that's fine.
She did a YouTube and inserted your TikTok. That's fun. I need to go check that out. Thank you, O Street, and thank you for the love. I appreciate that.
Oh, nice. Thanks for letting him know. Reach out to her.
Absolutely.
She's an Aquarius, by the way.
Oh my God.
I don't know how I know that, but I know that. She's an Aquarius. So
that's hilarious.
Go. Aquarius unite. Well, she oh, okay. We're both like, that's nice.
Oh, this is about the Garcelle book moment, I think. Talking about how they were going on about the Garcelle, the recycling. Okay.
That's
all right.
nice.
I'm going to definitely go check her out then, because that's crazy. Cool. And she's an Aquarius, so.
There you go.
Family.
So, do we want to ask about Diana anything? So,
what is well, let's ask 2 questions and then we can wrap up, see if there's any other questions in the chat. But the 2 questions for Diana that I would have is, I don't even know if this is worth asking, but
where's Cherie?
Where is Cherie? That is a very good question. She literally disappeared.
I'm sorry, that was so funny though.
Because it's true. Where has she been? She didn't come to they didn't invite her to the reunion, poor thing. And then it's like,
if Gabrielle hadn't asked the question, I would have completely forgotten that she existed on the show.
They just completely iced her out. It's very strange how they did that, though. I wonder why. Maybe she was in. Maybe she was made. Maybe she was in some other parts that didn't make the storylines. Anyways, first, the 2 questions I have for Diana. First one is she coming back next season? Would they give her another opportunity? Or dare I say, did she sign a 2-year contract and she's coming back anyway?
I don't see it. I really don't feel anything that I think Diana's done. Done. But I'll pull the cards anyway. But that's my feeling. Look, everyone's saying, oh my God, totally forgot that Cherie was there.
Because they edited her out. There were so many scenes in the trailer that she was in that they didn't even show us. So annoying.
I know. I agree with everyone in the chat though. So
she didn't really bring much, I will say.
No, he didn't. Okay, so hold on. So Diana, if she's coming back, okay. Okay, no jumper cards. What does that mean? Nope, guys. Okay, the first card I pulled was the 10 of Swords. Nope.
Oh, so then no.
Nope, that's a big
I would have been shocked if they would have her come back after this last season.
Yeah, me too, to be honest. Unless, as you said, she had a 2-year contract, so she had
Which is what I was worried about.
No, not happening.
Well, then the second question then is pertaining to these lawsuits. What is it that she's trying to get at? What is the point of all the lawsuits?
Okay. What is she trying to achieve with the law? Temperance. Bring back. Okay, I'll tell you in a minute. Temperance. King of Swords. It's a power move. It's completely a power move. 8 of Pentacles, 7 of Cups. She's annoyed because to me, it's all about bringing back balance in her life and peace. Okay. I feel that she feels that her whole life has been disrupted with things that have been floating around. I don't think she realized what it's like being a cast member of a show such as Housewives. I don't think she realized how that can affect your life and your personal life. King of Swords, this is a defense mechanism. That's why she's doing that, It is a defense mechanism. It's not even an attack. And I'm going to say, allegedly, because I don't want to get in trouble, but if her corner was clean, why would she be so defensive? Sending out cease and desist. Just saying, because this is what I'm getting. Hard work, working in the background. And hold on, let me just pull one more card. Queen of Pentacles is her money. Seven of Cups. I will say that there are certain things, rumors about Diana that are not true. That's true, and that's really affecting her. But there are some that are true, and she knows that. So what she's trying to do is she's like, I'm going to fight and go against everyone, whether they're saying the truth or not, because I want to show my power, and I've got the money to do it, and I want to show everyone that I've got the power, and to intimidate people from putting out these rumors about her. This is why she's doing it.
That makes sense. From where she sits. Yeah, that makes sense.
It's a power move, and good for her.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, yeah, you said podcasters, creators. Did she send any lawsuits to any of her cast members? No.
No, it was just basically anybody in the media that was talking about anything regarding any of those rumors. And now this newest one, which is not a cease and desist, is a full-fledged lawsuit, is Crazy Days and Nights.
Can I ask you a question? I mean, I'm not a lawyer, but I'm just going to ask you this. If you're repeating a rumor, is that defamation? Because you're not doing it on purpose. You're repeating a rumor. You're not defaming someone on purpose.
I think that's why the word allegedly is really key when we're talking in this format. Because even if I were to repeat something that I heard, it allegedly needs to be said. And I think the problem is that people are speaking with the notion that people just assume that this is just an opinion of theirs.
Okay.
But with someone like Diana, she's going to take that and send a cease and desist, right? Because she's saying you're talking negatively about me, and it's not even based in fact. So, but yeah, and you can also change her name so that it's easier for you to say things without it being specifically about her, with saying allegedly. I think someone pointed out in the chat as well, don't give her name. Exactly. I think it's just, but it's, she's clearly, that's why I asked, she's clearly on a power defensive move, because housewives understand to some degree that once they get on a show like this, if they've done their due diligence, you're going to get talked about.
True. And Dennis makes a good point. You can defame when you repeat a rumor if you state it as it is facts. So the podcasters that said whatever they said about Diana, I assume they just stated it as fact rather than...
I think that's the problem. I think what they were doing in that situation, to Danny's point, is they're repeating a rumor, but they're not clarifying that it's not based in fact. So it gets lost in the sauce. If I was talking to you and saying, oh, Sharon went and, and I didn't say allegedly, but I said, I heard Sharon was sleeping with her neighbor. I heard that. Well, on this podcast, that could be deemed as oh, I'm saying she's sleeping with her neighbor. I didn't say allegedly, or there's no facts or any of that stuff, but there are times where this is why I think I was looking at the documents from the lawsuit. They've gone through because Crazy Days and Nights has a Patreon where I think they do reveal who some of the blinds are. But only on their Patreon. And I think she's got that whole thing subpoenaed as well, because that's where she's pulling it from. So I don't know if I think a lot of people think she's suing him because there's blinds that look like it's about her, but there's more to it. I think that he's made claims in 2012. I think he tweeted out a picture of what was Epstein and someone that looked like it could have been Diana, and Diana's had to go and refute this with saying where she was in the world at that time when that picture was taken, when there was no way she could have been with Epstein, because she was still she had just gotten to London. She was still trying to figure out her finances. She wasn't hanging out with an Epstein. So that type of stuff. So I think this is why, the cease and desists were to basically scare podcasters into watching their mouth. This is more like calculated. Like, I think she was waiting for the show to be done so she could go after.
Absolutely, because then why didn't Lisa Barlow, send a cease and desist or sue Meredith Brooks for putting it out there that she sleeps with people for favors? I mean, it's
and
crazy.
Whitney. I mean, Whitney and Meredith. I mean, she could have easily sent them both a cease and desist. And I mean, obviously, producers don't like when the ladies do that. So, but even still,
that's true. Cease and desist, legal, married, okay. All right. Oh, okay. That's very useful to know. So it's basically like a warning, but without having like legal merit to it, like without having some legal substance, just like a warning, just shut your mouth, stop talking about me. But, question, what is Room 25, the book about? What is
Room 23?
23, 25?
So this is part of the other issue that people stopped talking about her. So there's an alleged rumor behind the reason for that book, and it was more allegedly it was put together to be allegedly a brochure, if you will, for specific types of people allegedly that had the money allegedly to get things that they wanted, if you will. Do you catch where I'm going with this without me having to explain it? So the book is no longer, like, you can't buy it, and if you do, it's on eBay. Someone's selling it's like astronomically. It's like $900 because I think originally the book was like $350 or something, $399 or something.
Wow!
But it was all pictures of different celebrities.
Yeah,
mainly females, mainly celebrity actresses, things like that, models that were in this hotel. I don't recall the hotel that she did it in, but it was a specific room that she kind of inspired the name of the book, and there's less to the imagination with a lot of the photos. So that's what I think that's where the rumor came as to maybe that book was actually just a brochure, very allegedly.
Okay. Got it. Okay. So but she didn't she gift one to, was it Kyle? Who did she gift?
Garcelle.
All right.
And Lisa Rinna's in it.
Oh, well, Lisa Rinna, I mean, it doesn't take much for Lisa Rinna to take off her clothes. I'm sorry.
Well, that was right around the time I think she had done Playboy as well.
Oh, yeah, that's true. But I mean, you've seen her Instagram and TikToks.
She's not shy. She's not shy.
So I'm not shocked about Lisa Rinna. Right. So are there any other, so really quickly before we go, chat, do you have any questions about the future of Beverly Hills or Diana? Not her future, because we've seen that she's not coming back. But if there's anything else before we go, because we said with Georgio that we'll keep it to an hour because he's also got stuff to do and it's late over here.
That's so funny. Room 25.
I love that.
You know what? I mean, I don't see any questions specifically about the future show, but I did see one earlier, and I thought it would be a good one.
Okay, let me see if I can pull it up.
To close, where I think someone asked, is Crystal coming back?
Oh, I saw that too. And I'm sorry, guys, if you ask questions in the chat and I missed them. I'm really sorry because it just goes by. And then I actually would prefer to have another season of Crystal and Dorit. Well, anyways, I don't find it. But so it's about Crystal, if she's coming back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and Data wants to know if
we'll get any new blood.
Yeah. I think so, but it's not gonna. I think they're gonna ease new blood in. They're not gonna bring too many new people in. They're just gonna bring maybe Brandy a little bit in, and then a new. They tried with Cherie, didn't work out because where's Casper Cherie? Where is Cherie? Amber Alert.
Poor Cherie.
I know. So let's see, Crystal. I hope Crystal comes back. Crystal's another Aquarius.
Mm-hmm.
And mind you, there are not that many Aquarians in Housewives, we have we talked about it last week, a lot of Virgos, a lot of Cancers.
Yes.
I'm surprised we don't have a lot of Leos. You would expect to see
I was thinking that. I'm surprised too. Like, you would think a lot of Leos would be up for this type of thing.
I agree, but nope, the Cancers were like, nope, sign me up. I'm a Cancer, you know, I clam up when I've got emotional issues, but I want to be on TV doing that. Yeah. Okay. So Crystal is Crystal is a Are you sure?
No, I thought she was Aquarius.
So did I.
Gabrielle,
can you Google it? I thought so too.
Now we gotta. Crystal did say that there's another Crystal Kung Minkoff that Google merged her with. That is the wrong birthday, so maybe that's why people think she's a Cancer.
Oh, okay.
Let's see.
Wheel of Fortune. Hold on, because I wasn't even asking the question. I was thinking about her star sign. What's that? 7 of Cups. She's not sure either. I think they're all a little bit shaken up with all the backlash and everything that's going on, because she doesn't seem to be Ace of Pentacles, 6 of Swords, Knight of Swords. They will offer her to come back. They will. Okay. So they will, but I'm not. She too is unsure if she's coming back. Knight of Swords, 6 of Swords. I think with a different cast, she will come back. She doesn't want to work with someone specific, because I got the Devil. And as soon as I got the Devil card, I was like, ooh, my guides just said, you know, she doesn't want to film anymore if there is one specific person in the cast. Who might that be? But they will offer her a contract for her to come back, but she won't come back if this person is there. If this person from the cast comes back next season, Crystal will be, I'm out. If she doesn't, then Crystal will be in. We'll have to look into it in a few months, just before, you know, they start filming or before they start handing out the contracts. But yeah, that's what Crystal, 4 of Wands. Yeah, Crystal is not that keen to come back, to be honest.
I could see that from her, but I also feel like she's starting to get into it a little bit more. Like, she's starting to see. It should be interesting.
Like Mission said, we should do Potomac next week, and we'll do Buying Beverly Hills for a little bit. We don't have to do the whole show on that. And look who's here. Well, we know that.
So let me just tell you, this comment right here, Leos don't want their producers to make them look bad. So can you guess who's been passing back and forth notes for the pre-production on my reality series?
Let me guess. Is his name Jeffrey?
Yes. So I'm actually going through his notes. And so yes, Leos do not want their producers to make them look bad, even when they're not trying to make them look bad.
You should trust him. I know he's an Aquarius and he's all over the place, Jeffrey, but honestly, you can trust him. And you know that. But honestly, you two, the combo of the two of you, Aquarius, Leo, working together on you should let people in a little bit what you're working on.
It's still very early stages, but we are in pre-production, very pre-production for a reality series that I've been trying to get off the ground for a few years, and it's going to be on the Roku platform. So I'm really excited about it.
So exciting. I can't wait. I can't wait to see it, because I know you've been working on this for a while now, for a long time.
And you'll be in it, hopefully. I'll need some support. But yeah, no, it's very fun. We're in the pre-production notes stages, sharing ideas and such. So there's a couple things he marked as.
It's exciting. So there's a lot. By the way, we have this Gemini energy right now. I know it's Scorpio season. I'm just going to say it for everyone. Mars is retrograde in Gemini, and that means Mars has slowed down, and Mars is the planet of war and aggression and all that, but it's regressed. Okay. Regressed. It's retrograding. Why did I say regressed? So we're all feeling this Gemini energy, and we will be feeling it for the next 3 months, which is this crazy, like multitasking and, you know, getting to the nitty gritty and doing all the stuff that you kind of like, you know, avoided doing or sort of like left behind the last few months. So this is a great time for you and Jeff to get things going with that until January the 12th, if I'm not mistaken. So it's going to be a very tumultuous time, but at the same time, on a more creative level, it's a great time to start new projects, a great time to put down thoughts, get things going. Just wanted to tell you.
Exciting. Well, yeah, I mean, I was planning on having it done by the end of December, early January, to have episodes start airing maybe in February. So thank you guys. Thank you to everyone in the chat.
Everyone is so excited. And really quickly, everyone wants a quick, okay, so next week we'll probably do Potomac. We'll do a little bit of buying Beverly Hills. Oh, that's so sweet. They love you.
Oh.
And the eclipse is on Tuesday. Isn't that what midterms?
Yes.
Midterms are on Tuesday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Expect the unexpected.
Should be interesting. Oh, it's the 9th.
It is, well, it depends. It's the 8th for us. No, it's the 8th for...
I think we vote on the 8th and then they announce it on the 9th.
Oh, is it? Okay.
I think so.
Okay. So don't be surprised, really quickly before we go, don't be surprised if you hear something shocking or unexpected. Well, it might not be that shocking, but if you hear or we find out something about President Biden around the eclipse, just putting it out there, something not so good, not so positive. Okay. Because I've been expecting this for a while now. So, and it's, I feel it very strongly. So it will be around the eclipse, around the midterm. So that'll be interesting. Right. So that's it. That was just another great show. I love doing
another great show. Thank you to everyone in the chat. So popping today.
Thank you, everyone in the chat. Thank you, members. Members, I haven't forgotten about you because I want to do a prediction, November predictions. I know I'm a bit late, but apologies. I was really sick the whole week last week. I'll be recording them next week and I'll be uploading. And this is only for members. Sorry, guys. But you can become a member and you can get in on these videos and this content that I'm rolling out for members only. So just want to remind everyone, I have my crystal shop that Gabrielle, what's it called? She posted it before. I can't find it now. Doesn't matter. We're also on Discord. It's a lovely way to hang out, or a lovely, safe place and space to hang out. So join Discord as well. I don't think I've forgotten anything. Oh, yeah. And one last thing before we go. If you want to donate and help the rescue animals here in Greece, there is a massive issue here. Georgio can tell you as well because he was in Greece last summer. So I've opened up I've started a fund, right, because I work with a lot of shelters and I do a lot of volunteer work and rescue work. So if you want to help the animals, instead of, sending me a tip or PayPal, you can actually send it here to femforrescue@gmail.com. Well, the PayPal is here. It's coming up in a minute.
The Fem Rescue Fund.
The Fem Rescue Fund. There you go.
There you go.
And I've linked it anyways down below. I've linked the PayPal so you can find it and just click on it. That's it. That's my PSA. That's my promo. That's everything for today. Thank you all for being here.
Thank you.
I wish you all a beautiful Sunday. Go vote. Vote for who you feel is going to make a difference for you, your children, and your country and the world as well, because we're all interlinked. Love you all. Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.